Hey guys, so this is Veda Day 27.
Take two.
Yeah, because real airhead moment on my behalf real quick. I didn't realize that on my iPhone, when you delete videos, it goes to a deleted, recently deleted folder, I guess, or whatever. And I had cleared that out. So all my space was tied up on that. Anyway, I cleared it and now I have space. So this is Veda Day 27 and we're going to do homeschooling plans for this year. So we're going to start on the 12th of September with Della. Noah's still only 3 and I do not start formally teaching school at that age. I think it's just too young. Della is going to be entering 2nd grade, if you want to, I guess, count grade by grade. We don't do grades in terms of like ABC. I don't do a grading system. He's still only 6. I don't need my kid thinking that he's not good at something because he didn't get a good grade, when the reality is that he's still learning and only 6 years old. And obviously he's not, he's not mastered skills yet. So we don't do grades. Anyway, there's like pandemonium upstairs. My mom is with the kids and Noah and Suhaila are not happy with each other. Anyway.
Just start hearing high-pitched screams.
Yeah, so if you hear in the background noises, it's because my 2 littles are fighting over something. And my mom's trying to get it under control. Anyway. So we're going to do time for learning, which we've done in the past with Della, and we like it. It's quick, to the point, and very thorough, and it seems to work well. And then that's for language arts and math, and then if he's struggling with any concept within those 2 subjects, what I do is that I supplement. I usually don't plan ahead because I watch to see what he's doing, and if I find there's a concept we need to work on, we'll stop, work on it for however long it takes, and then move ahead. So usually it'll be extra printables or some kind of game I'll invent on the spot, or whatever I can find that I think might help him with the concept. We're also going to do the science on time for learning, but Della usually breezes right through that, so we are also going to add this year mystery science in order to do whatever science, and then any experiments that I can think of to do, or that I find online and whatnot. I can't use Pinterest because it's extremely inaccessible. YouTube is pretty much my go-to, or Google, to find extra things for extra curriculum or lessons or whatever. The reason we do a lot of online stuff is because most of the curriculum is print and I can't see it all, and it makes things really complicated, and we don't have the money to hire an assistant or a reader, and we're not there yet, and I don't have a real embosser.
And the homeschooling in general is not very accessible.
Yeah, so
I have all my notifications for prayer time.
So excuse all the beeping and random stuff. Anyway, so yeah, they're pretty much just not accessible, and so we do a lot of online, and then I have to come up with a lot of the extra stuff myself. This year I want to do more hands-on stuff, and since we recently moved in this area, it seems that there is more opportunities for hands-on things and field trips and things of that nature. So, and there's a park right around the corner from us, so we plan to do a lot of as long as the weather's good enough. We plan to do a lot of our school outside in the park this year, so I'm looking forward to that. And let's see what else. So we're going to do time for learning. Noah likes ABC Mouse. We do have a subscription to that, and he likes to sit and do his lessons, but again, it's not anything formal with him quite yet. And he does pbskids.org and all that. We do supplement a lot with free educational websites just for fun. During the week, they're not really allowed any PlayStation or game console or iPad time. They're only allowed to do educational websites if they want to play anything on the screen. And then school days off, they're allowed to play with that other stuff. Our school week is 4 days. This year's going to be Monday through Thursday. Sometimes it varies, it's Sunday through Wednesday. But this year we're starting with Monday through Thursday. Usually I do 6 weeks on, 10 days off. And what else? I also came up with a list of topics, and I'm going to go ahead and list those on my blog. I'm going to make that list and like a preliminary thing. And then as I go through each unit, I will make posts on the blogs, sharing with you guys exactly the books I use, exactly the videos I use. For some of the topics, we'll be doing some recipes, like for example, like the fishing one right now. Like the hands-on thing is Della's taking a fishing class. Tomorrow's his last day. He's been doing it for the past 6 weeks. That's the hands-on part for that subject. He's really interested in fishing and learning about the different methods and learning about the different types of fish and environments and habitats and things like that. So for the hands-on part, that's taken care of. I think I'm going to do maybe a couple recipes with fish, if he can catch anything else. He did catch a catfish. It was like 19 and change inches. It was huge. especially for his first fish, and he's only 6, so yay. But he really enjoyed that, and he really wants to learn more about it. So I gotta get some books on like the National Geographic stuff, or anything that has like facts on how to fish, on different types of fish and things like that. We want to do some books with that. I'll do some recipes. Maybe I can do some projects, like craft projects and things like that. I don't know. Maybe like make an aquarium or something. I don't know. I have a lot of that stuff written down, and I just can't remember it off the top of my head because I've been working on writing lessons for the past like 2 weeks, and so my head is a little clouded. I can't remember exactly what projects I put down. Like I said, once everything gets into motion, I'll share that on my blog. I might put some videos showing what we're doing, and then if you want to get more information, more detail, you can go check it out on my blog on momthroughmyeyes.com. So that's what we're going to do. We have a range of topics, and that's what I'm going to supplement with besides time for learning, so that he has stuff to do. He wants really to learn about gardening and things like that. And so I have, and we actually have a small garden in our backyard. So we're actually going to try to plant things and document that process and whatnot. So I want to do a lot of hands-on things with the extra stuff that I'm doing. This year we're doing a lot of books. There is a website called bookshare.org. And it is, by the way, for any of you homeschooling moms or any of you parents that have children with print disabilities, check it out. If your kid is a student, it's free. But for me, it's not, because I'm not a student and I would be the one getting the membership. And what happens is that it's pretty much a huge library of books that you can get in different formats. There's Braille, there's audio, there's ebooks, all that kind of stuff. Because if your kid has a print disability, like me, I can't see. My husband would qualify because he's visually impaired. If you're dyslexic, things like that, you'd qualify to get that. So if you guys want to check that out, I'll probably put the link in the description box. So we're going to be signing up for a Bookshare account. I call it the Library of, oh Lord, I massacred that word, Library of Congress, to see if I can get Braille copies of the print books that I'm going to be getting from the local library for my kids. My kids can see, so I want the print copies for them, and I want Braille copies sort of as the teacher's copy. The problem with that turned out to be is that they don't have as many of the books that I hoped for. For example, like Della wants to learn a lot more about, much more in detail about volcanoes. We kind of went over it last year, but this year he really wants to learn about volcanoes. And so I called to get a couple books, and it turns out they only had 2 of the books that I needed, and I had listed like 8 books. So that was pretty disappointing. That's why I'm looking into getting a Bookshare account, because maybe I can get more accessible books there. What else? That's pretty much it, I think, right, honey, that I've told you about. Oh, we wanted to do possibly a STEM box. That's not off the table. I don't know, we haven't quite decided yet. If we do a STEM box, we may have to pay for, to get a couple extra materials, because if Noah sees Della doing that stuff, he's going to want to do it, which is fine. Like I said, no formal schooling for him, but if he wants to participate in things that his brother is doing, and as long as he can keep up, I don't see why not. So we may consider doing a STEM box, and if we do, we can go ahead and make some videos on that too. So that's pretty much our homeschooling plans. I'm going to do a lot more on my blog in terms of details, like sharing exactly the books we used, exactly the activities that we did.
I think also starting to take Islamic studies.
Oh yeah, and then
serious.
A little bit more seriously. Yeah, like I said,
maybe possibly even getting a tutor involved if we could find someone that's affordable.
Right, and someone that I trust.
Yeah.
And like I said, it may seem pretty formal, but to be honest with you, it's pretty relaxed. It's pretty hands-on. I don't really, and to be honest, if I see that he's just done with that topic, I'm not going to push forward. I just like to introduce things to him, to the kids, get them trying to experience something new, and then, see what they can learn from there. I don't have a rigid, you have to do this, you have to do that. I kind of like the learning process to be pretty organic and to just happen as it happens. So I have all these ideas and have everything in place, but we will see where this goes. The only thing that I do really have a base for, like I said, is language arts and math, and that's with time for learning, and he's usually done pretty quick with that, and he does very well with it. So it's been working so far. So that's pretty much it for the homeschool plans. Like I said, I'll be sharing a lot more on my blog. The list for the topics should be up pretty soon. And like I said, as I go, I'll be sharing. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully it wasn't too long. And I will check you guys out. What was this? Did I even say what day Veda this was? 27?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, just in case, it's Veda day 27. All right, guys. I'll check you out guys out in the next video. Thanks for watching.